Sebring, Florida, USA. The nation's Orange Belt. It's spring. And time for this peaceful hamlet of 6,323 citizens to be smitten by a fever called automania or racitis and play host to hybrid cars. Leading drivers. Owners, promoters, and mechanics from the rounded corners of the wheel world. They're gathered here to find a cure for their phobia, wheel mania. The malady must be contagious, too, for some 50 to 70,000 car buffs pilgrimage from quiet vistas all over the globe to watch the best in the business win honors, awards, break their hearts, their machines, and necks. The day is Friday, February 20th, the day before the big event, the day for the international 250-kilometer stock car race. The scene transcends to one of feverish activity. Today, big liters will battle little liters. Specially modified Fords, Studebakers, Volvos, Corvairs, Volkswagens, Austins, MGs, Renaults, Hillmans, Simcas, and Cortinas. Jim Clark, world champion Grand Prix driver, and Dan Gurney, his American counterpart, will drive English Ford Cortinas numbers 15 and 16, modified by Lotus. Their four-cylinder, 1.6-liter overhead cam engines will be teamed with their driving skill to beat 5.2 miles of hairpin turns, long sweeping curves, tricky close right and left-hand corners, and mile-long straights, one of the most torturous courses in the world. The cars are in traditional Le Mans starting position. The drivers dash to their mounts. Clark and Gurney lose no time. They're off. Both make a clean start. Jimmy Clark pulls a tingling surprise as his four-cylinder Cortina beats Augie Pabst in his 7-liter Galaxy through the first lap. A short time later, the Galaxy takes a never-to-be-relinquished lead. The 4.7-liter Falcon Sprint, driven by Walt Hansgen, soon takes over second spot. Jimmy and Dan are riding easy in third and fourth position. They breeze into turn number 11. And lean hard as they approach turn number 1. No other car in their class can get near them. This is the tight one. Watch that left front wheel. A little too much and you'll land over on the north-south runway. This course is laid out as part of and around an outmoded airbase. Jim Clark and Dan Gurney are lapping the field as they head for and out of the S's. There's no way to make a straightaway of them. The Webster turn, and it's every man for himself. Jim pours it on coming out of the Webster turns. Still running third and fourth, Jim and Dan are averaging 140 miles per hour on the backstretch. Both Lotus engines functioning perfectly. The big liters, the medium liters, and the little liters line up 1, 2, 3, 4 as they round turn 9 and head for 10. halfway. Cortina's 15 and 16 hold their class position far ahead of the rest as they head for the outfield. And come out of the backstretch and good. Uh-oh, car 16, Dan Gurney is in trouble. It looks like it's up to Jim now. He's broken his wheel hub. Rules say the driver must repair his own car if it's repairable. He gets only verbal guidance from his mechanic or track official. The competition rolls on as Dan loses precious time. Dan gets back on the track, but he's many kilometers behind. Left on his own, Jim digs in. One hour, 48 minutes later, the checkered flag signals Augie Pabst the winner. Walt Hansgen's Falcon second, and Jim overall third place winner. The Cortina camp is jubilant. Jim has taken first in his class. The little English Ford Cortina sedans, modified by Lotus, had turned in a sparkling performance, kindling the flame of confidence which entered a Cortina in the big test of stamina. The Sebring 12-hour Grand Prix endurance race. The spectacle of the 12-hour road race is one of the first major motor events on the international calendar. Since 1950, sterling specimens of engineering have been exhibiting speed and stamina on this course at Sebring. At the wheels were famous names: Moss, Collins, Hawthorne, and Webb from England, Fangio from South America, Phil Hill, John Fitch, Roger Ward, and Roger Penske from the United States. Today, a field of 70 cars and 150 drivers will compete. 13 Ferraris, 11 Ford Cobras, 7 Chevys and Corvettes, Porsches, Volvos, Renaults, Austins, Triumphs, Alfa Romeos, MGs, Lotus, and Cortinas. Driven by the best from Mexico, Canada, Italy, England, Sweden, Holland, West Germany, France, United States, and others. Cullen Chapman, an illustrious name in racing annals and whip-cracking general of the Cortina pit, maps strategy with staff members of the English Ford line. His car, number 59, a Cortina, Ford of Britain entry, modified by Lotus, is being groomed for 12 hours of twists, turns, bumps, and grinds. From spit to polish. Today, Jim Clark's co-driver is Digger Parsons, a member of the Team Lotus. Cullen Chapman checks his car. It's nearing the 0 hour. Here's the countdown.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It takes guts to get behind the wheel and mix it up with these monsters. Their heavy-throated big-bore engines are tough, even if you're their size. The big boys don't worry Jim, only the little ones get in his way. As had been predicted, the 12-cylinder Ferraris take a quick overall lead. But Cobras are licking at their heels. After the first hour, Jimmy is running 33rd and third in his class, behind the Zagato-bodied Alfa Romeo, and the field has dwindled to 63. Stepping high, wide, and confident, car 59 takes number 1 turn in the outfield and leads Dan Gurney in Cobra 11 and Bob Holbert, number 10, into the S's. At the end of 2 grueling hours, car 59, running 24th overall and first in its class, steams through number 9 and heads for the pit. Clark and Digger examined broken headlight. Jim had nudged a slow one.
Yeah, but it's going to come out all through the store.
Digger takes over. Cobras keep the Ferraris driving hard. The sun is hot, the track is hot. The pace is hot as Digger takes him through the S's. Surtees of England drags his number 21 Ferrari in first position after 2 hours and 40 minutes. Average speed, 96.991 miles per hour. Paddy Hopkirk from Ireland flips his Austin Healey 3000 coming out of turn 11. It was reported later that he was okay. At the halfway mark, Cobras lead in their class. Car 59 is running strong, but is back in 33rd position and running 3rd in class behind 2 Alphas. But gas is low. He has to pit. The pit crew makes a quick but thorough check. Refuels and Jim rides out. More than 6 hours out, Jim's still traveling in fast company. Pours it on as he comes out of the Webster turns. While back at the pits, Jim now moves into 29th position overall. The Cortina rides steady as it clocks its 8th torturous hour. As the race grinds on, the signal is given to turn on running lights. Green, blue, red, yellow. Identification lights that blink for incoming pit stops. The sun setting behind the bridge is the signal for cameramen to get their vantage points for dusk and night shots. At about this time, car number 22, a Ferrari driven by Mike Parks of England, took the lead from Ferrari number 21, driven by Surtees, who had the lead all day. Ferraris now hold positions 1, 2, 3 overall. As you can see, our Cortina is still going strong. Cobras 10, 11, 12, 14 still chasing the Ferraris. Hold positions 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th overall, and first in their class with less than an hour to go. Clark gets his lap time. Then betters his position by overtaking one of the Alphas. Moves into 3rd position in his class. But even a Cortina needs fuel. Jimmy has told the crew to hurry. No sooner had he cleared the pit runway when an Alpha driven by Senesi of Italy, slowed due to transmission trouble, was shunted by Johnson in Cobra number 11. The Alpha rammed the pit retaining wall. The flipped Cobra slid down 100 yards of track on its back. The Alpha showered the pit with flames. The Cortina, only sedan in 70 starters, and one of the 40 who finished the 12 grueling hours, had traveled 895 miles, finished 21st overall, beating such cars as Austin Healey, Ferrari GTO, Volvos, and others. Finished 2nd in its class, behind only one of 4 Zagata Alphas entered. An exhibition of excellent mechanical stamina, substantiating the English Ford line claims to product superiority. Once again, Jim Clark had proven himself to be a top Grand Prix driver.